So I finally got home. For sure, like regardless of what happens to the truck, that's the best news because to pay for towing for a truck like this, a truck this size, loaded with gravel, is kind of probably have to sell my whole family to pay for that. So at least the truck is here, and it's a matter of just repairing it now. So I closed up the leak in the back. There's a broken pipe there, air brake pipe on that side. I'll show you. And what was happening is the air started to leak from there. This must have happened during the trip. There's the end of my pliers there. And that was just really being a pain in the ass here because I just stepped once on the brakes, or if I held it for a few seconds, all the air would come out, and the whole truck would stop, right? And I was trying to move it, so while I was driving it as well. So what happened is, the way I got it home, I actually started it in high gear. It looks like the high range. So I put it on high range and then put it on low. And obviously it wasn't easy to start it like that, but slowly I bumped the clutch and load the clutch. You know, that's bad, but it could be worse. But then eventually the low range started working again. But the truck feels bad, like something is obviously wrong, and there's loud noises, and something's holding it back. And just a few minutes ago now, a lot of smoke started coming out of the crankcase there, the transmission area. I checked the engine oil before I left, but I might have been victim to vandalism here. It's possible that somebody drained the gear oil from the transmission. We'll see if that's the case. Not too sure, but we'll definitely first of all have to unload the gravel before doing any major work. But the PTO is working fine, but I'm gonna let it cool down now. I'm gonna check all the oils, the steering, and the transmission oil. I think, like, my logic is suggesting that whatever engages the low range isn't working properly. It might be stuck, seized, or the airline might be damaged, but it's not engaging it properly. And it does seem like, there was whining from the transmission, so it does seem like we're low on the transmission oil as well. It certainly seems that way. But we'll check that. Hopefully no major nothing major happened. Like, I'm just glad that the low range is working again. All the gears were, it was moving. All the gears were working again. So I am thinking that something is not engaging the ranges properly. That's why I was getting that loud clunking, because it'll disengage or maybe engage at the wrong time. Again, like, I'm a classic car guy. I'm not too familiar with these trucks, like the internal workings, the transmission. I'm not familiarized. I don't have that much detail. I mean, I guess I should have. I mean, who's gonna imagine that somebody drains your transmission oil? Let's see. It might be that. I have to see. But even I remember once before on the previous load that I did on a hill, there were like I did have some of those loud noises, like, and the truck would, you know, clunk violently. So maybe it isn't that. Maybe it's I'm just throwing out some ideas here, some scenarios. So maybe there was a previous issue with. Really, you know, the ideal scenario is I do what the Pakistani truck guys do, you know, just remove the box, remove the cab, just inspect everything, you know, grease, you know, check the pipes, check the air lines there, remove the dirt and crap. I did grease all the joints, even at the top of the box. I did grease every joint I could find, but you know, I'm not too sure about the transmission. There might be some. I never looked at the clutch on this truck, so it might need some. It might just need some grease on the clutch. It's possible that the clutch is burnt as well, or you know, it's reached the end of its life. This truck has a high mileage, and you know, eventually the clutch is something that you need to change. But I think the worst thing would be, I was gonna say the engine, but no, that wouldn't be the worst thing. The engine seems fine though. Right, so I'll shut up now and I'll start working away on this here. Do some checks, check the transmission oil, and see what that looks like. Apart from and when I'm going to do it my way, you know, removing the shifter, and then I might be able to look inside the transmission as well, at least the top part of it, see what it looks like. I'll probably just add more more oil than what's necessary, but we'll see. We'll see if we can move the side plug. All right, I'll shut up.